uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
What's up? WCS back on the boulevard once again. Man, you are in the building for Kilroy EP33 shocking our UFC, USMC retired. You already know what it is. This is just boxing talk, man. It's nothing too, too technical or complex, man. It's just simple boxing talk on some topics, any topics. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with, boxing and MMA. Pretty much that's where we at with it. So let's get down to some of this news that's been, floating around. We just got so much to talk about. I want to start off with Edgar Berlanga is basically in the ring with Jason Quigley. June 24th, man. After his freaking clavicle cannibalistic freaking action carried out in front of millions, he was let go by Top Rank. Now he's across the pond, and he's due to face Jason Quigley in June. So y'all keep your eyes tuned in for that. I don't know if you even realized it, right? But I've been keeping an eye on the super bantamweight division, and I know my boy was trying to get a fight with MJ, the guy the champ brother, who pretty much had that unified championship going. And we already know Cool Boy Steph is the other half of the championship, down there, super bantamweight. So it was amazing to see what happened, because Cool Boy Steph has the WBC and the WBO, right? And MJ, after his last performance, I'm saying to myself, this dude, he's the real deal for sure. It seems like he's going to be champion for a minute. He steps in there with Tapalis, and I'm just going to call him Marlon. MJ was the current reigning defending WBA IBF champion, and he gets upset the other night by Marlon Tapalis. He gets upset. Be a split decision. You know what I'm saying? Super bantamweight titles has changed hand. So I'm saying, what does that mean for Cool Boy Steph? MJ didn't seem like he wanted to fight the man. So maybe Marlon may have the urge to fight the man. That's determining the fact that Cool Boy Steph can go over there to Japan and defeat Naoya Inoue. You know what I'm saying? That's factoring in. He comes out clean. And I wonder if Marlon were able will be willing and motivated to step up and unify the super bantamweight division. I think that's a contendership that we can look forward to, especially if Cool Boy Steph comes off beating one of the pound for pound guys forever and a day. Anyway, been sitting on the top three for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, been up there for a long time. So for him to unify and to move up and attempt to, establish himself as super bantamweight or 122, I'm very curious to see this match go down. And then we'll take it from there. But I just want to throw that out there. A lot of people may not have known, but MJ did lose his titles, man. He was a WBA and IBF champion. Titles as good as gone. Now, as far as a rematch goes, I don't know if they're going to have a rematch. I really don't know. We're talking about politics. We're talking about further down the line, of course, because, the Cool Boy Steph fight was pushed all the way to mid part of, first part of, summer or whatever, this summer. So we got to see if Inouye is going to be able to hold himself together and get in the ring with Cool Boy Steph. See how that plays out. So just keep your head on a swivel, your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? And your stand solid and pay attention. You feel me? Man, shout out to King Mitch in the building. What's good with it, Mitch? Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute to your OG. What it do? Alexander on deck. Salute to you, brother. James Gang on deck. Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. Wow. Hey, now that bet right there, Blunts, I would have betted on MJ. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would have betted on MJ now. I would have betted on MJ. Real talk. But it's just some weird outcomes, results, whatever you want to call it, right? It's just been some weird stuff going on in 23, and it's not even Halloween yet, man. That's what I don't understand. What's going on? Did somebody put a jinx, some juju? I mean, what's going on? Why these fights looking all funky? It just seems like these fights are looking all funky. You can't really predict what's gonna happen, this, that, and the other, man. Like, I don't know if this anything to come, man. It's gonna get crazy at the end of the day. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy as time keep ticking. Let's keep on pushing, though. So for those of you that's been, staying close to the name media outlets, we are aware that Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is still set for April 22nd. Now, my whole thing is I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm definitely am. I'm looking forward to the fight and everything that goes along with that. Legacy for what it's worth. I think the only one that's getting legacy out of this matchup is Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank is a 3-weight world champion. Ryan Garcia is getting a legacy out this fight. Gervonta Davis go out here and defeat Ryan Garcia. He's not getting in the Hall of Fame because he defeated Ryan Garcia. Let's be honest with ourselves. That's not even nowhere close, man. But the fight is about business. It's about politics. And, crazy thing about it, Ryan is labeling himself the stamp of approval as being a social media star. That's what he's labeling himself. He has embraced it. He understands that he's in this fight because he is a social media star, so to speak. He making it seem like he's not even training with Joe Goosen full time. He's making it seem like he is pretty much depending on his own philosophy at the end of the day. So a portion of that is Joe Goosen. And then the other portion is for him himself with the experience that he's collected over a period of time. He feels like he's educated enough to be self-taught in those areas. Now, maybe, Ryan Garcia believes something that we don't. Ryan Garcia believes that all it takes is one left hook. He believes it. He said it on All Access. Maybe that's all I need is one left hook. Y'all hold on for a second. So when I'm listening to Ryan Garcia, I understand he's promoting the fight and everything like that. I don't take them, I don't take that from him on that. But um, I'm just being honest. Only one person that gets a legacy out of this whole thing that's Ryan Garcia. If he goes in here and have his hand raised in victory, however he chooses to predict that, you know what I'm saying, on how it plays out, he the one that has solidified a legacy to his name off one fight. I'm not saying it's going to get him in the Hall of Fame, but I'm saying when it comes to balancing the scales, and we're talking about resumes, definitely Gervonta Davis is that guy. And like I said earlier, Gervonta Davis beating Ryan Garcia, that's what he's supposed to do. Just what he's supposed to do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's supposed to do it. It doesn't take a scientist to figure this out. It's no complicated, experiment that you have to go through. It's pretty clear cut and simple. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty clear cut and simple. Gervonta Davis has a lot to lose in this fight. So it is a high risk, low reward for Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? For Ryan Garcia, it's a high risk, high reward for Ryan Garcia. That's where I'm leaving it. It's a high risk, high reward for Ryan Garcia. And he might go ahead and shock the world. Let's see, my fault, y'all. Can't stand when the judges Do ish like that. Salute, man. NJ loss cost me 1,500. I'm trying to catch up. If Ryan can survive or catch Tank with any kind of honest shot, he will boost his career, win or lose. If he gets slept, it might be over for him. I'm just throwing out some hypotheticals. Okay, let's talk about that. So I've been on record as saying that Ryan doesn't have an extended career over here in boxing. He plans on going to the silver screen, but yet he want to try to use what he's been able to achieve over here in the boxing, and he want to do it big so it can pretty much enhance his career over there. You know what I'm saying? It can allow him a higher appraisal over there if he was to go to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? If he goes over there with Gervonta Davis, just so happen, if he's able to pull off a miracle, then of course it's going to help him. It's always going to be like a Rocky movie. It's going to be like one of those fights where the odds was just incredibly rangy. Like there's a huge gap with the odds that people believe that he will fight Gervonta Davis and win. That's what I think. I don't think he's going to be over here in boxing for a extensive amount of time. I don't think so. I don't believe he has longevity over here. But then to caveat of what you said about him catching Tank, I've seen a lot of people, land punches on Tanks. It's been fighters out here that brag about, Gervonta Davis in sparring, being that they got the best of Gervonta in sparring. But one thing we know about Tank, right? When it comes down to the bright lights, you know what I'm saying, and the curtains open, that in itself is where it all counts, people. When Gervonta Davis, you can talk about all the sparring wars you want, but when he does the ring walk and split the ropes and answers the bell, that's where it all counts. That's where everything get cashed in. And that, my friends, trumps everything that's outside those ropes to those individuals that say, hey, I got the best of Gervonta Davis. I got the best of Gervonta Davis. Yeah, it's probably been times he showed up to sparring, like his trainer said, you know what I'm saying, out of shape. But dude is super entertaining when the lights come on. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. His chin is certified. You know what I'm saying, Andrew? His chin is certified to me. Ryan Garcia's chin isn't. Ryan has been touched on the chin, you know what I'm saying, on those mandibles. And, I know I said earlier that Sebastian Fundora should get it titanium reinforced. I think Ryan should try to find a surgeon too, or somebody who pretty much built the vehicle that Tank drives in, and take some of that armor plate, exterior that he built that vehicle with, and donate some to Ryan, because he's gonna need that for his chin. You know what I'm saying? Take it down from the mandibles all the way down to the clavicle. Embrace the neck too, because the neck is attached. The neck is attached to the head, dog. It's a lot that goes on, but I'm just saying, I be who I be on deck. What's good with it, OG? How you feeling? What's good? I'm only betting with real humans, no odds involved. Once I see you took a steep one. Hey, let's look at it this way. If I know Andrew's not the only one that's giving Ryan Garcia a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's no animus on my end. That's the way you feel. That's the way you feel. That's boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's boxing at the end of the day. People love to hate the villain. Ryan is the good guy. Gervonta obviously is the villain, but he's proven not just to be a villain because of his trash talk. He's proved that to be inside that square, man. It's a difference when people know you're a villain. People know you're a killer inside the ropes. Ryan Garcia hasn't shown that yet. His competition haven't proved or forced him to a depth that we can say, yeah, he's fought through serious adversity and he's on an equal playing field of Gervonta Davis. No, man, the Olympian Luke Campbell didn't push him to that depth. You know what I'm saying? He took him underwater a couple of times, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, but it was only 2 feet deep. We're talking about, can he swim when you too far under and you don't have an oxygen tank? You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to get back to the surface. You know what I'm saying? It gets darker. The deeper you go, the darker it get. So I'm just saying, can Ryan Garcia pull it off? I'm definitely going for Gervonta Davis, period. I'm just saying that per Ryan Garcia's resume, per what he's achieved thus far up to this point, I don't see Ryan Garcia with all the speed drills, everything that's going on, him bitching and complaining about freaking contractual details. I don't know, man. I don't see any of it. I don't see it, bro. I don't see no upset. I don't see it, because just as much as people can hype Ryan Garcia up, I can say the same thing about Tank. I just see him as a different type of human being, a different type of freaking animal, a different type of boxer who has a lot of those aggressive type traits that he brings to the ring. You know what I'm saying? He has aggressive traits to him. He don't need nobody to hype him up. He's busy up here talking to people while he's fighting. I mean, dude is cut from a different cloth. And Ryan Garcia, I don't know if he has the boxing education to figure this out, bro. I don't think you're going to be able to do that in the months that you've been allotted to figure this out. I don't think so, man. This man is talking about weight draining. This man want to cry about stipulations that he signed. He put the ink to paper. And then, check this out too. When it comes down to Ryan Garcia, he was that close to Tank, and both of them are laying declaration to the left hand. All right. I give Ryan Garcia his props. He has laid out some fighters with the left hand. He has, no doubt. Tank has power in both hands. But knowing that both of these fighters understand that the left hand is a dangerous point in each other's skill set, more so Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia was still caught with the left hook while on stage in front of his friends and family. And then he got this goofy look on his face to my, ooh, you caught me. Oh my God, he hit me on the chin. Yeah, come on, bro. You let him catch you on stage? Y'all was both getting physical with one another, and you let that man sneak one in on you? That's not a good look, bro. I'm just saying, that's not a good look, bro. Tank got a beard for sure with his big ass head. I already know who Andrew going for. Andrew is going for Ryan Garcia. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. That's one thing about me, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and block people because they're not going with who I'm going with. That's wasted freaking energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got grown ass men on here. I mean, hey man, you ain't man, you ain't saying what you ain't supporting what I support, man. You ain't supporting what I support. I ain't going through this, man. You ain't supporting what I support, man. Come on, bro. It's too much time. Yeah, I heard that, IB. I heard you picked it. I heard you picked a real one. You know what I'm saying? I like Ryan always have. I'm fully aware of his ridiculous step up and come he's taking. It doesn't get any higher. It doesn't get any higher, I would say, in definitely in the lightweight division for Ryan. I feel that we have a very unique dynamic going on in the lightweight division. You have Devin Haney with all the belts, and then you have Gervonta Davis with all the prestige. You know what I'm saying? With all the prestige, you have Tank Davis over there with all the prestige, the pay-per-view, and everything behind him like that. Like, a lot of people in boxing believes that Gervonta is certified off his actions, off his performances. The other half, the casuals, in my opinion, believe Ryan Garcia is pretty much running off the fuel from his social media presence and the performances that he's been able to have against mid-tier competition. It's a difference. And I know what you're going to say. A lot of people going to say Tank had mid-tier. No, Man, Leo Santa Cruz wasn't mid-tier. A lot of people sitting up here, they want to say, oh, Leo Santa Cruz, man, he was distant. No, Leo Santa Cruz, people was up here counting Tank out. First of all, they say the man wasn't gonna make weight because he already, lost the belt on the scales at that weight to begin with. So they wouldn't give him no credit. Then we stepped up Mario Barrios. Nobody seen that coming. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up getting it in and stopping Mario Barrios. He didn't go up there and just say, yeah, I'm going up here to, play it safe, box him, you know what I'm saying? Keep it technical, take minimal risk. No, he went in there and fought him. And that's why people respect Tank differently than they do Ryan Garcia. That's just what it is. Now, you don't need no specific, gift wrap box of wisdom for you to understand that shit. That's just the way it is, man. He's proved it inside the square. But let's just go and keep our eyes peeled, you know what I'm saying, on that as it gets closer and closer. And I'm going to bleed that topic over to one of the bigger topics, because to be honest with you, I just feel a bit disappointed that people are still trying to fill this prescription out to the boxing fans the way they are. They still trying to get people high off something that's just a little bit it's becoming an illness. I'm not gonna lie, it's becoming a virus, bro. It's already a virus, man. You know what I'm saying? This topic has become a virus because you keep people around it long enough with no mask on. People starting to get ill. They've been ill for quite some time. So you take April 22nd, and supposedly, word has it through the rumor mill, underneath an old pile of leaves, you know what I'm saying, on the back of an earthworm. Rumor mill has it that, in fact, on a cold day, drizzling, that Crawford and Spence will be announced April 22nd. Now, I don't know if that's fell off. I don't know if people has lost confidence in that, but supposedly that is what's going down April 22nd. We are at 2 weeks. TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Flip over the hourglass and watch the damn salt granules freaking filter through. We are at 2 weeks, y'all. This is what's been floating around here from whoever started it, that somehow this announcement is going to be front and center April 22nd. Now, if this isn't the soul sucking freaking topic of the YTC, I don't know what is. I'm serious, y'all. I know there has been talk after talk, and I'm not being a mully grub about this. I'm being totally, sensible. Real talk. I'm being sensible about the whole thing. My only gripe and complaint is that people look at it like it's free for them to continue to switch it up whenever they feel like it. And then they'll push it. And when it goes off a cliff, they don't even want to come back to the audience and say, you know what? I really didn't see the path it was leading. I kind of knew it was going to crash and burn, but I just didn't want to come back and let y'all know. Y'all old enough, man. I can do what I want, man. I was wrong. So what? I was wrong. So what? I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not trying to take y'all on a perilous journey, but this is what I'm thinking about, right? Will it be amazing if Crawford Spence is announced in 2 weeks? Truly, it would be. It would change the scope of how people are feeling on the YTC, and then it'll allow them to basically regenerate content about this fight now that it's actually confirmed. It will allow them to regenerate content out to the public. It would be a benefit as far as the welfare of the YTC for that fight to be announced. It would absolutely, it would do wonders, y'all. It would do absolute wonders if they could announce this fight in 2 weeks for the welfare of the YTC. You know I'm right. It would do wonders. You know what I'm saying? With all the fist clenching, you know what I'm saying? The screaming, the cheers behind the scene. I mean, people gonna get a hard on if that fight is announced in 2 weeks. It's some people's lives are gonna change. I'm just saying, it's some people's lives are gonna change if this indeed followed through. Now, my whole point for bringing it up is I've heard this time and time again. You know what I'm saying? It has become the dead space of topics when it comes to the YTC. This type of topic, man. These two names have ejected so much freaking energy into content creators, and it's not the type of energy that you think it should have. It should have some positive energy, being that they both on the pound for pound list and they are elite fighters. It should inject that type of energy, that positive energy, but it's been negative, bro. That's why when I mentioned, even me, I'm on here addressing like the negative input, the negative audio, the negative visual that has been presented from these content creators on these two names. And it led me to this right here. I say, do these guys really want this fight? Do y'all really want to see Crawford and Spence? I don't get it. Like, common sense would tell me, like, if I really want to see a fight, then I'm going to speak up on it in a way to motivate and encourage others to pretty much gravitate closer to seeing this fight, because word of mouth is everything. So your listeners tell a listener who know another listener about this fight, and it generates what? Attention. So you really want it to generate attention, right? That's what I thought. But it hasn't played out that way. It's just like a broken record, man. You put the record inside the dang cover, it looks good. It looks like it has no scratches on it, anything. You remove it and gently place it on the player, old school, and you put that needle to it, it's skipping because it's been beat up. It's been mishandled. And that's what's going on with Spence Crawford, man. I want to put some light to it. You know what I'm saying? I want to provide some happiness, some enjoyment. It's just difficult for that to happen when they keep on coming up with false freaking appointments. The appointments are not met, and these individuals continue to make more appointments, and they fall through, and more appointments, and they fall through. They give you dates on the fight being announced, never happen. They give you dates on the fight when it's supposed to be, it don't happen. And then when it gets close enough to reality, when people find out, hey, okay, this ain't happening for real, then they go to one more. They go to one more. Okay, let me strike out. Let me strike out. I'm gonna start talking about this. They say it's gonna be in July now. Okay, let's start pushing July. But we thought it was gonna be in June. We thought it was gonna be in June. Mendoza was getting tooled the whole fight, but Fundora had the right hand on his waist when Mendoza threw the game-changing left. Hey man, he know better. You know what I'm saying? He know better. But when I look at the history of this fight, and you hear, I mean, you done heard everything there is to hear. You done heard debates. You done heard people discussing it via panels. You know what I'm saying? You heard content creators speak on it. You've heard people go from point to point to point, and basically their description on why this fight doesn't happen. Everybody has all the criteria as to why this fight isn't happening. But nobody has the criteria to put this fight together to the point where they can talk about it enough on the YTC that it influenced those on the outside, the shakers and movers, to really make this fight a done deal. Nobody's been able to do that. And then, like I said, several days ago, I put it out there like, whatever happened to all the sources that was being very vocal in 2022? Those have since disappeared. Like, your sources didn't die. You know what I'm saying? Those individuals that was adamant last year about hearing all these sources, and those sources being extremely close to the situation. I mean, you haven't heard any of that in 23. You haven't heard anything. It's been absolutely silent. Operation Blackout. Where are your sources at, man? We haven't heard those sources come up to the front and say, you know what, this what's going on with the fight. No, we still got Stephen Espinosa on deck, saying when he want to say it or whatever. Nothing's changing. But ultimately, the only thing we have to go off of is when, one of these fighters send out a tweet. That's it. Whenever they want to bless us with a tweet and people jump on it like breadcrumbs, then that's when we want to talk about it. There's really no vantage point when you look at this, bro. There's no vantage point when we talk about Crawford Spence anymore. We have to do like Letitia said. We have to do what like a lot of us said. Even myself is saying, just let it play out. Just let this play out. Let it materialize the way it's supposed to, and then speak on what is official. You know what I'm saying? Speak on what is official. Don't speak of something that you're creating. You know what I'm saying? Something that's in your imagination. Just wait till they speak on it. And if by chance it happens April 22nd, then we good. We Gucci, bro. We goofy. We can move on. We can move on because we Gucci. That's all I want to happen. I'm just tired of people alluding to certain things that doesn't come to fruition, back and forth. And it's almost like it's a zombie type community on the YTC, because the information ain't correct, but you keep on going back for more and more and more. And it's not even anything better than what you had previously. You just continue to go there because you're numb to it, and you're in a zombie state where you keep on paying attention, and then you leave even more dumbfounded than you was when you pulled up. True or false, man? What's going on, Toby? How you feeling, bro? On deck with it. Garcia is so full of that I can't even watch the all access episodes. Dude's a straight dweeb. And see, when you look at him being who he is, right? He gets a therapeutic exemption for being who he is on all access and everything. He's that goofy dude. But when he was on the 2-day presser and he was in NYC, he was trying to act all hard and tough and everything. And then we go back even further. The night that Gervonta Davis fought Rolly, he's up there making $20,000 bets and putting his money on Rolly. And then after he lost the money, he want to act all Mr. Like Thug. That's why I'm saying he playing, y'all. He want to act like on a content creators. He want to talk about, oh, I should take off on you. He's trying to speak all the right language and everything and trying to get attention. And the dude is dressed in a freaking tuxedo or whatever he was dressed in with a bow tie. He's up there talking about, oh, man, I should take off on you and everything. Man, come on. And then you show up to NYC where you're supposed to take off on Tank and you want to stay inside the wire. You don't even want to go out to the battlefield. You want to go out there. It sounded like Errol Spence and shit. But what? I mean, come on, bro. Yeah, Gervonta was late. Okay. But that doesn't mean you have to, you should have got on camera and start whining and complaining. You should have went up there and say, yeah, I'm waiting because I got something to talk to him about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna leave it for when he finally shows up. You know what I'm saying? Because look, at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia, you understand what sport you in. You know damn well when it comes to boxing, you're lucky to get sportsmanship. But you want to talk about professionalism? Okay, let me give you an example, y'all. Let me give you an example on Ryan Garcia, how he's not being true to the game. He want to talk about Gervonta not being professional, but yet Canelo Alvarez pushed Caleb Plant, who had on a suit, who dressed for the occasion. He came in looking like a professional. Canelo Alvarez pushed that man. And luckily, Caleb didn't fall back and hurt his wrist, but he ended up being cut across his right eye, under his right eye. I didn't hear too many people talking about how unprofessional Canelo Alvarez was when he pushed Caleb Plant, and then Caleb came back and, and they got into a brief tussle. Was that warranted for Canelo to play stupid and act like he never heard that before? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Stop playing. I didn't hear Ryan Garcia talking about that. Probably because he don't care, because Canelo said what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? But how many times have Gervonta popped positive for clenbuterol? It's fight after fight that you can talk about unprofessionalism all day long. But at the end of the day, man, you can't go up here, giving everybody all the details of a freaking contract and trying to deter them from seeing the fight. I mean, that doesn't seem like you in it to win it. It seemed like you in here to whine and complain about it, bro. That's what I see. Shout out to Lost Art of Boxing in the building. LAB on deck. What's good with you, bro? That's the way I see it. I would like to know, being that certain people get access to certain boxers, I would just like to know, right? What does Ryan Garcia believe the biggest threat to be coming from Gervonta Davis? And knowing that threat is imminent, right? If you know that threat is imminent, do you believe you have, within everything that you've been taught up to this point, do you believe you can combat it? Do you think you have something to be counteractive to the biggest threat that Tank Davis has? Do you believe that your boxing IQ is on a level to be able to equally go tit for tat with Tank from his mental education, as far as his boxing IQ, to his physical education, from his boxing, his technical boxing skills, his power? You know what I'm saying? How crafty and clever he is as a fighter. Do you believe that you are equal or greater to Tank Davis when it comes down to the highest grade that you give him? Whatever the highest grade that you give him in his boxing skill set, whatever that may be, mentally or physically, do you believe that you have what it takes to be able to be counteractive and survive in this fight, all the way up to the point where you can switch up the momentum and take advantage of that window? Do you believe you have it? I don't truly know Ryan Garcia believes he has it, bro. I don't think Ryan Garcia is truthful to himself. I believe he's just there for the moment. He is training, but I'm just gonna tell you, like, it's hard to me to believe that he's taking this 1,000% serious. I don't think he understands, man. He has a goofy side to him. You know what I'm saying? He does have a goofy side to him. I'm not saying the dude ain't tough. He's young. It is what it is. You know, Tank Davis just a little bit older, but it just seems like there's some vacancy in there. You know what I'm saying? It's some vacant rooms up in there, man. It's some vacant areas up in that neurological apartment. You know what I'm saying? And you know where they should have resident. And there's nobody in there operating the equipment, dog. Transmission is down. Again, I repeat, transmission is down. I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward to the fight for two reasons. I want to see, you know, Javante go in there and stunt, you know, go in there and prove once again that who he is, who he say he is. And then, you know, on top of that, I want it to be a good fight. I want it to be a very competitive fight. I'm not gonna lie. I never, you know, the fighters I support heavy, you know, I just don't want to see them go in there and run through fighters. No, I like a very competitive fight because I get to learn from it. But then when you get Crawford Spence, like I said before, it's gonna be people that's hanging out, and they want to know if indeed this is true. If it doesn't go down, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I mean, because a lot of people out here, there has a belief that this fight is gonna be announced. So I hope y'all stay positive. I hope y'all stay close. You know, I hope y'all have a freaking priest on speed dial that you can call up and say, Father, I need to drop by ASAP for confession, please. I just need you to bring me back down because right now I'm just high strung. I'm losing it. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better stay close. Y'all better stay close, bro. Stay close, stay close, stay close. What else is out there, man? So I want to get to Jared Anderson. Salute to Jared Anderson, man. He is, a hope, a hope, a heavyweight hopeful to do big things. You know what I'm saying? He is a heavyweight hopeful to do big things. He is a heavyweight hopeful to do big things in the future. Now, let's not act like we have cataracts. Jared level competition and is I don't know, man. It's still level to me. He hasn't had a big name thus far. I can't say Jerry Forrest was the big name because Jerry Forrest has lost in big fights. You know what I'm saying? And that guy yesterday, he shouldn't have been in there. You know, he got the big opportunity to go in there against Jerry Anderson, and he got blasted, right? So he say he the best heavyweight. I don't have anything against Jerry Anderson. I'm just calling him 100 down the line, like I think. You know what I'm saying? Forget that, man. They always want media to tiptoe, and they never satisfied on anything that we say. But let's talk about 3 heavyweights right now that I just don't see you beating, and that's freaking Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. I will go on further to say, I think you have a tough time with Andy Ruiz. In shape Andy Ruiz, I think you have a tough time. Being that the heavyweight division is not extremely deep in the top 10 when it comes down to it. I know you was just talking. I know it's confidence. You don't supposed to go there and have doubt, you know what I'm saying, and optimism within yourself, but I don't consider you to be the best heavyweight right now. Now, you over there fighting who you fighting in that world, I can understand where you may perceive that to be, but you still have some work to do. Like you're beating up guys that you're supposed to beat up. You're stopping the guys that you're supposed to stop. But until Top Rank and Brad Goodman slide you an opponent that's in the top 7, You know what I'm saying? That's been in there with some champions already. The jury is gonna remain out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna remain in deliberation when it comes down to it. Like I said, I have no problem with Jared and who he is as a boxer. I'm just saying, when you say that you're the best, your competition, your resume doesn't say you fought that type of opposition to wager a a decision like that you the best heavyweight in the game. I'm just saying, it's just too much out there. Like, Tyson Fury is a beast to deal with. Tyson Fury will allow you to exert all that energy, and you believe that you're doing everything right. And then he was just slowly but surely, you find out he was just baiting you in the whole time. He's just too crafty, too smart. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see you winning that fight with Tyson Fury. Period. I know you're knocking dudes out, but like I say, you're knocking guys out that's supposed to receive that type of damn action and fold under that type of pressure. When it comes to Deontay Wilder, it doesn't matter if he has 2 losses. Those 2 losses was versus the same guy that I just mentioned in Tyson Fury. Deontay has people on his record. His resume is a lot more thorough than yours, and I don't see you making it out that fight on the soles of your feet fighting Deontay Wilder. I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it, because that right hand is something serious. It's freaking lethal. That right hand is something to never be played around with. He's proven that time and time again. So guess what? You can say what everybody else is saying. You can say, well, his skill set ain't this, and I'll take advantage of that. Yes, a lot of people have said that. When Luis Ortiz had him hurt in the 7th round of their first outing, a lot of people was jumping up in joy, man. Yeah, Deontay about to go. And he survived the round, and the rest is history. I'm just saying, brother. I'm just saying, if you and Deontay could fight, that'd be great. That'd be a good name that you can step in the ring with. But I'm not hating on you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just putting it out there. Keyshawn Davis, I really like that fight. Him calling out freaking Frank Martin, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. And yeah, I'd be surprised if it does, because it just seems like that other side of the street type of stuff, it doesn't get made. It ain't getting made, bro. It's not like it's impossible, because we seen Wilder and Fury, they made it happen. But I'm just saying, it's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Now let's talk about the biggest, the biggest conversational topic is freaking Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Now, it's a lot of people that's gunning for Devin Haney because he has all the hardware. That's a lot of jewelry to be carrying around with you. Devin Haney has all the hardware, period. I don't know what's going to become, because I hear Bill talking more so in the direction of Gervonta Davis. I don't hear him saying too much about Shakur Stevenson. I know that Devin Haney, Shakur was over there on Skip Mark's panel, and they had their little back and forth. That didn't do anything for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it seems like they're in pursuit of Gervonta Davis fight, when Gervonta has Ryan Garcia coming up. This becomes very touchy. It's not like the boxing public won't tune in. If Devin Haney if Devin Haney goes in here, beat Lomachenko, and he calls out Shakur Stevenson, which I don't think he's calling out Shakur Stevenson. I would think he'll call out Gervonta Davis, because that's a bigger fight. Point blank, period, man. Gervonta Davis is the bigger fight than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. But when it comes down to both, you're dealing with the wishbone. When you're talking about both matchups, Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, Haney versus Davis, both, when you come to the percentage of interest, is very, very high. very, very high. But I'm just curious to how the politics are going to play into this. I'm just very curious on what the politics are going to do, man. Is it going to turn into an exasperating freaking back and forth? Oh my God, we have another, Crawford Spence debacle that we have to deal with on a daily basis, man. People just talking, 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 talking. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to be able to see these guys fight? And that goes for both of them. That goes for, Tank and Haney, or Shakur and Haney. But at the end of the day, Devin does have all the hardware. I like Shakur calling out these fighters. You know what I'm saying? See, what I hear from Tank is, he don't be calling out these fighters. That's just who he is. He feel that he's at a higher point in the lightweight division, and he don't have to. And then you have them warriors like Shakur Stevenson, who just got to the division, blasted through Yoshino, and he won't Devin Haney. But as we know it, Haney does have obligations that he has to meet. In the meanwhile, I don't see anything else taking place for Shakur Stevenson with those two names. I don't. Lomachenko go ahead and lose to Haney. I don't see Shakur getting Lomachenko next. Hell no. I don't think Lomachenko gonna provide him with that hallmark gift and say, sure, I'll fight you next. I don't think he's getting it. So it's gonna get a little fuzzy from there. And we don't know how this is gonna play out, because I don't see them fighting. If they do, I don't see them fighting till like 2024. And we only in April. I don't see them fighting at the end of the year, bro. I don't see it. And remember, Isaac Cruz is somewhere around here. Keyshawn Davis is somewhere around here. Keyshawn is not getting Haney, and Keyshawn is not getting Javante. So, we might see, we might get a gift and see Frank Martin, Keyshawn. And, like I said, Isaac Cruz is in play. He's there at the lightweight division. You got Abdullah Mason at the lightweight division. I mean, you have a lot of up and coming fighters that's in that division, but it's all about, what these promoters want to do, man. How these managers want to match up these fighters, the managers and the matchmakers, how they want to match up these fighters. It's all good, just a week ago, but times are changing. Like, you keep on fighting and you keep on winning and you keep on talking and calling out these fighters, something has to happen, bro. Because I'm at a point right now, like, my ears are bleeding off all these people calling each other out, and the fights don't happen when it comes to black fighters. I'm serious. The fights don't happen like that. You can have these black fighters that want to fight each other, and the shit never happened, really. This shit don't happen, bro. It don't happen, man. That's what I'm saying with Devin Haney. What's his last 5 opponents? These black fighters ain't fighting each other, bro. They're not fighting each other. This shit is good for freaking social media conversation and verbal sparring, but when it comes time to sign the contract for these black fighters to fight one another, it's not happening, bro. For some reason, yeah, I know Shakur Stevenson fought Jamel Herring for a title. But come on, man, let's be honest. Yoshino, he wasn't black. Oscar Valdez, he wasn't black. SB90 on deck. What's good? There's no aggression in the division. The top guys are Ballerina and One Punch Wonder and Fury. He can fight, but they don't bring that aggression Anderson has. You're right. They don't bring that aggression, right? But what forms of aggression are we talking about in the heavyweight division? What forms of aggression? You're talking about heavier fighters on the scale and heavier punching power, right? Are you seeing Anderson go in there with competitions that's equal? Equal. Who has he been in there thus far that you would consider equal to his skill set? Equal. Who have you seen? If it's not more than one fighter, then it's hard for me to say, well, he's knocking out guys that he don't supposed to knock out. He's doing something different than what I thought. I ain't think he would go ahead and do this, but he's doing it. He's succeeding at doing it too. That's just like when Deontay was knocking out people. Oh man, he ain't fighting nobody. He ain't doing this, bro. He went to this one with Romain Stavern and just came down there and ran through him like a laxative, bro. He ran through freaking Romain Stavern like two laxatives on an empty stomach, bro. With an Ambien on top of that, because old boy was asleep on the bottom rope. Jared Anderson has aggression, no doubt about it. But do we give credit to those fighters who have that aggression and stop fighters that they supposed to stop? It looks good, man. But when you get to a certain level where people consider you to be somewhat rising contenders and everything, then they look like, okay, who is he fighting again? Oh, okay. Let me check his resume. Let me go to BoxRec. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I didn't know he fought that person. Oh, shit. Okay. He fought that. All right. Cool. He said nobody effing with Fury or Wilder. I call Usyk a ballerina. I mixed him up with Loma. I just about to say, hey, Fury too big to be a ballerina, bro. You know what I'm saying? He too big to be a ballerina now. No, nobody ain't trying to look at a dancing tater tot. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to look at a dancing tater tot, man. A tater tot, get her done. Let's see you spin 360, 180, pirouette. Devin versus Shakur is 50-50. Wow. I mean, I like the way that matchup is, man. I like a Haney Shakur fight. I like a lot of the dang lightweights. Isak Cruz just disappointed me, by him just ducking so many of his compeers, man. Dude, just be out of there, bro. No. Want to fight Tank. Want to rematch with Tank. He got that Gennady Golovkin syndrome quick. He went in there and went the distance. It's almost like he's been hypnotized, y'all. He look, they was giving Isak Cruz so much love for going the distance with Tank. Dude has not snapped out of that. He is still hypnotized by going the distance and hearing them say, a star was born. Isak Cruz is still stuck in that moment, bro. That he is turning down fight after fight after fight, man. Isak Cruz is turning down fight after fight after fight. He don't want to do it. Suppose he turned down Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Suppose he turned down Shakur Stevenson. I mean, he wants Tank Davis. And the reality of that potentially is going to be that Isak gets Isak Cruz sometime after Ryan Garcia. He is. I think they're going to fight again because just like Ryan Garcia, Isak has a fan base behind him, right? And Tank going to go in there and make it easier than it was the first time. You can't give a fighter like Tank a second opportunity to go in there and fight a fighter that's small and compact like Isak Cruz, that loads up and has good defense, but loads up on a lot of his shots. No, you got to work on your boxing, bro. Yeah, I believe it, man. I believe it'll be a chess match. I believe it'll be very, very technical for over half of the fight. A fight like that can be extremely boring in the first half of the fight. Seriously, until somebody gets hit or whatever. Both of them has speed, man. Both of them very high high ring IQ, high etiquette when it comes to that. I love to see that fight, but I really don't want to start to just pedal that too fast, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just talk right now. So I'm starting to feel like the fix is in for Loma. Haney better win every round. Oh, so you think they're gonna still show love to Loma when you think at this point in time he's still a ticket seller like that? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like him beating Masayoshi Nakatani and Richard Comey. I don't know there, Mitch. I don't know if he still has that. I'll take that back. He still has star power. Okay. Loma still has star power, bro. Okay, we agree on that. Loma has star power, but to a point where people are just clamoring to see. I don't think so, bro. Like back in the day, yeah, he can pull it off. If Devin Haney goes in here and performs with, I'm talking about like he did in the Aussie double, bro. He goes in here and once again demonstrate he is on a whole nother level. He has turned it over. You know what I'm saying? He has hit new elevation on this shit. He goes in there and performs better than what he did with Kambosos, in the Aussie double. And he makes Lomachenko look crazy. He make him look like he doesn't supposed to be there. Make him look like he has too many miles, too much tread on the tires. Just make him seem like, okay, you used to be the man in the Olympics, but I'm the man right now. You have 3 divisions to my 1, but I'm the undisputed champion. You can't mess with me right now. If he goes in there and demonstrates that, oh my God, bro. Come on, man. Jeez, man, come on, bro. Man, it's gonna be crazy, man. I'm telling you. I know a lot of people, they say what they're gonna say. Boxing is not a love sport. Especially, I always say this, even when it was with Deontay Wilder. I say, Deontay, I can see where he can feel some type of way. Even before he came out and stopped speaking to the fans, I already said it. I said he should stop speaking to them. They don't appreciate him. Stop talking to him. So he went through a phase where he wasn't talking. He went to LA Presser and he had freaking Malik Scott do all the talking, right? So when it comes to Haney, he's getting that love-hate type of relationship with the fans right now. But at the end of the day, he is the undisputed champion. So he comes in here and defeats Lomachenko. I'm talking about it ain't no questions. He goes in here and defeats Lomachenko. Oh my God. It's different, big dog. It's different, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's different. We can look forward to a minimal. Okay, I need to go back. Where did Cruz go anyway? I was big up in him, tough out here, and I ain't seen him. He is somewhat became the Raymond Ford of the lightweight division. I'm not lying, bro. He been turning down some fights, bro. He been turning down fights, man. He go in there and knocked out Gamboa. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm sounding like Boots. Mine, come on, mine. No, mine, come on, mine. Cruz. I was high on Cruz, man. He beat up my boy Diego Magdaleno, man, in front of me on the night the Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. He beat up Diego Magdaleno. Oh my God. Magdaleno couldn't even exit. The only exit he had was to get through the ropes and pull a Curtis Harper, bro, and go to the dressing room. Isaac Cruz was landing those hard body shots on him, bro. But he's been turning down fights and he just disappointed me. I was like, man, I don't like it. Real talk. I don't like this. Real talk. After Devin posted that picture with Bud in the gym, he better not go out there and lose. Well, you know what happened when people be trying to send subliminals? Like, they're both boxers at the end of the day. Bud is where he at, but also we know Shakur and Bud Crawford is absolutely tight. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are very close. So I didn't see the picture with Haney, but if Devin did take a picture with Bud, I know for a fact Bud ain't trying to go over there and be a double agent. None of that shit. You know, as you seen, you know, he was walking out there with Shakur Stevenson, you know, Saturday, like he always do. You know what I'm saying? I've always put it out. You can go back on my live. You know, I said that Shakur was the emperor of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's extremely and highly talented. So we'll see how it goes, man. I just don't. When it comes to these black fighters, man, it's just good for conversation. It just don't seem like it's going anywhere. You know, you got Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? You have Keyshawn Davis. You have a lot of black fighters. And you know, I cannot even think or project any date that I think they will fight each other. Tank is about to go in there with Garcia. Devin's going in there with Lomachenko. Frank Martin just finished fighting Miguel Rivera. Keyshawn just finished fighting Anthony Yigit. He ain't black. He ain't black, shawty. You know what I'm saying? He ain't black. Now, one thing that did shock me, that no, it didn't shock me. It can happen in the heavyweight division, is that, you know, Jared Anderson, he fought another brother. You know what I'm saying? He fought Jerry Forrest. I was like, oh wow, it can happen. He fought Jerry Forrest, and then he turned around and just fought this dude the other night. I think that's two brothers in a row for Jared Anderson now. His appraising value, man, is went up. I don't know if he's about to go on a hiatus, and he fought his next goddamn 5 fights, all Euros. You know what I'm saying? All Euro fighters. I don't know if he's about to go on a Euro tour or not, dog. If he's trying to fight the best, he has to dip back into it. And I don't know. It's not that many black heavyweights out there, you know, that's willing to step in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not many blacks that he can step in the ring with right now. But Wilder's still out there. The Bronze Bomber's still out there, bro. If Haney wins and vacates to move up, all top rank can't depend on is that WBO like they so much. Well, that's not what the language is with Team Haney. They're talking about they're gonna stay down there. I don't know how, man, because I just looked at Devin standing next to Loma. Devin looked like he freaking 47, 54. You know what I'm saying? It's like Devin Haney about to be in the next Creed and fight Drago's son. For real. Shit. He fighting Michael B. Jordan. He fighting somebody, goddammit. I'm serious, bro. He looking big. So if they can sustain themselves enough to make the big fight, because that's where the money at. They got all the titles. He beat Loma. Oh my God, his next fight. Yeah, conversation-wise will be huge. But when it comes down to the administrative logistics and the freaking paperwork and all that other stuff, man, it damn near seems impossible. I'm not gonna lie, it's seeming impossible for Tank and Devin to happen. It seems impossible. It does. It seems impossible. When it comes down to the money, the business, it seems impossible, bro. It just seems impossible. It just seems impossible for a sensible resolution to happen with these two fighters. One fighter saying, okay, I'm the A side because I got all the titles. Other fighters saying, hey, I'm the pay-per-view star. I'm making money. I got these numbers. That's where my title's at. My title is I'm a pay-per-view star. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. And then you're gonna have one, oh, the belts does matter. You're gonna have one say the belts don't matter. And then everybody's gonna jump on board. Well, you look at it, man, it's so far apart, bro. It's so far apart, y'all. Let's keep hope alive. Let's keep hope alive because February is so far away. Let's just keep hope alive. God dang. He got pointers from the best southpaw in the world. The star power, I'm more so speaking to favoritism and agenda. Might be better for Top Rank if Loma wins and they line up Shakur down the line. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know because we already know what Loma has did in the past, but you're talking about a guy who was chasing Teofimo Lopez's leftovers. He was facing Richard Comey, who Teofimo Lopez finished in 2 rounds. He was facing Masayoshi Nakatani, but he don't get any bragging rights for stopping Nakatani, who's been in serious fights and supposedly had a real bad head injury after that Lopez fight. You know what I'm saying? And then he came in here and went in there against Felix Verdejo, and we already seen he was dropped several times over there. Man, come on, bro. We can't really give him that crown like that anymore. He go in here and defeat Devin Haney. Of course, his appraisal value is gonna go through the roof. To the roof, dog. It's gonna go to the stratosphere, bro. Devin had Bud in the gym to get advice on how to beat Loma. Hey man, yeah, I feel you. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, we know that, yeah, but pretty much the way we look at it right now, Devin's style and the way he moves is damn near similar to Lomachenko, bro. Come on, man. We thought, look, it's a lot of y'all thought that Teofimo wouldn't be able to go step for step with Loma. Whenever Loma wanted to dance and change angles and direction, Tio was right there with him. A bugaboo in Bumba style. You know what I'm saying? Like he was dancing in there. What do you think Devin can do, man? Devin got just as good as footwork, man, as Lomachenko now. He does, bro. He does, man. He does. Real talk. He didn't show it against JoJo. But he did against freaking Cambozo twice. If Haney wins and vacates to move up, I already mentioned that. I'm sure Bud has mutual respect for Haney for being undisputed. Yeah, for sure. I see how Haney can beat Loma easily. I also see how Loma can make a difficult fight to score for the judges. I agree with that. Bill Haney said they're not dropping no belts and they stand in 35 for the rest of the year. No doubt, man. They Bill gonna do what Bill want to do, man. Sir Senior, what's good with it? But I have other obligations. It's been a pleasure, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Kilroy. EP33, USMC retired. You know what I'm saying? The shock and awe effect. I wouldn't call it hot grease today. You know what I'm saying? It was more so just going on a tactical talking point. You know what I'm saying? This is a tactical live. Just talk about miscellaneous. But I have to go over to someone else's. I have obligations, but we will take this up tomorrow. Salute to y'all for pulling up, man. Thank you. Appreciate everyone who support the channel. Hit the like button on your way out. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.